today I'm going to show you how to make the apple pie. This is going to be very yummy dessert ever. The process will be a little different, but trust me, you're going to love it. Let's get started. First, let's prepare the dough for the crust. The homemade crust is literally easy to prepare. Here I'm taking 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour in a bowl. To this, I'm going to take chilled butter, which is cut into cubes, 1 cup of butter. Let's give it a mix. You can also use the electric whisk for this, but I'm not using it. If you wish, you can also use the electric whisk. It makes your work more easier. Here I'm taking the potato masher. With this, I'm going to mash both the mixture until we see the coarse crumbs like pea-sized pieces. Just like this. This is the exact texture which I wanted. Now let's stop mixing. To this, I'm going to add half teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of powdered sugar. If you don't have the powdered sugar, you can also use the granulated sugar, not an issue with that. So I'm going to give it a mix and try to make it a dough. So this is the part. Now we are going to use the ice cold water, only the ice cold water. Let's add water by intervals and try to give it a mix. If you add too much of water, the dough will be sticky and difficult to roll out. So do not add excess water. This is the 2nd teaspoon of water I'm going to add. Now I'm going to give a mix again. Do not knead the dough at this point. Now let's wrap it into the plastic wrap, or you can also use the Ziploc cover to wrap it. Do not knead the dough, just wrap it in the plastic cover and refrigerate in the fridge for 2 hours so that the dough will absorb all the moisture and will become really soft, and it will be really easy to work with. Just flatten the dough and refrigerate it for at least 2 hours, then it will be ready to use for any type of pie crust recipe. Alright, our crust is chilling in the fridge. Meanwhile, let's prepare the filling for the pie. Now I have taken a pan. To this I have added 1 teaspoon of butter and 3 nicely chopped apples. Let's give it a mix. Fry until the apples become tender and soft. To this, I'm going to add half cup of brown sugar. If you don't have the brown sugar, you can alter it with white sugar too. But I just like to add the brown sugar to it. It gives a nice flavor. Yes, here you can see a little moisture. Let it fry until it loses all the moisture. And now I'm going to add half teaspoon of cinnamon powder to it. It gives a very beautiful aroma to the filling. Trust me, your kitchen must have been filled with the beautiful aroma by this time. Now the pie is all ready. Now sprinkle the work surface generously with the flour and take the crust, which has been resting in the refrigerator for 2 hours. Spread the flour. Just flatten the crust with the hand. Taking the roller, spread a generous amount of flour to the roller. Now start rolling the crust. So, if your dough tries to break or crumble when you are trying to roll it out, the reason must be probably it's too dry. It is not so hard to fix. Just take the cold water, sprinkle the cold water with your fingers and work with the dough. That should be good enough. Now I have rolled my crust. Let's transfer the crust to the pie pan. If you fold it in this way, it will be easy to transfer the crust to the pie pan without breaking it. Now I'm trying to spread my crust throughout the pie pan. Yes, here it is. Now I'm going to trim the edges using a knife. You can also tuck it in if you desire. This is my favorite part, adding my apple filling to the crust. Just keep it aside and let's work with our second half of the dough. This time I'm rolling the dough to make the stripes out of it. I'm going to cut the equal size of strips around 8 to 10, which should be good enough for our pie. Make sure all the strips are in equal size. That gives a nice look to the pie. And take each strip and place across the pie pan. The first few strips will be in one direction and the other few will be in the opposite direction, with the longer strips in the middle and the shorter ones at the edges. By this time some crust must be hanging out. You can use the knife and trim the edges to give a perfect nice look. It looks ready. Transfer it to the preheated oven at 410 degrees Fahrenheit for about 40 minutes. This is how it looks after 40 minutes. Oh, pie! You can't even believe how my kitchen smells right now. Very aromatic. Did you like my video? Please like, comment and subscribe. See you in next video. Bye bye.